This is called the rebuilding. We're creating, we're building, we're forming an indestructible foundation. An indestructible foundation, okay? An indestructible foundation. And this is rebuilding. And so this is going to be a confirmation word for those who may have been getting a word of start over, restart, begin again, rebuild. Okay? That's what we're talking about today. So I have a question. When you reflect on your greatest accomplishments from this year, what comes to mind? Today is November 1st, 2024. When you reflect on your greatest accomplishments from this year alone to date, what comes to mind? I think about how I was able to quit my previous job, okay? I think about how I was able to quit my previous job because it wasn't fulfilling to me, okay? I think about the challenges of pushing through unemployment, getting back on the journey of re-employment, and being able to be sustained, okay? To be able to still live and reside in a city that I moved to and that I've grown to love. I think about the challenges I've had to go through this year in that circumstance and how I've made it on the other side in a better place, okay? And how I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm grateful to just still be here. Now, if you guys have more material or tangible things that you may be thinking about, I encourage you to bask in the successes that are outside of those material and tangible things. Okay. I'm also very grateful of the rebuilding of relationships. The rebuilding of valuable relationships, not just any kind of relationship, but the rebuilding of valuable relationships in a healthy way. Relationships that may not have always started out as healthy. Okay? As I was thinking about these things, I had to ask myself, what made these things possible? What made these things possible in the first place? There was a time where you couldn't have even told me I would be living in the reality that I'm living in now, okay? Even though that there are challenges in this reality, there is a time where if you would have told me that I would be living the life that I'm living right now, I'd have been like, what? Crazy. And I'm not saying in a negative way. I'm actually saying in a very positive way. And maybe if you reflect, you would agree that even though things are challenging right now, we are definitely living in a space in which we have previously prayed for. But maybe at the time didn't realize that that's what was being cultivated. Okay? So when I reflected on that aspect of things, I found my key. And also, If this resonates with you, this will be your key as well. The key is belief. It's belief. How did you make it through those challenges that you did this year to accomplish what you wanted? Belief. Before we discuss all of the skills you've cultivated, before we discuss your degrees, your background, before we discuss the relationships you've cultivated, before we discuss the resources you've been able to acquire, we gotta break it down to the lowest common denominator and be authentic and have that conversation with ourselves to say, yo, the key that kickstarted this whole thing was belief. You believing that it could actually happen. That's the game. Before you applied for that job, before you went on that date, before you picked up that camera, before you applied for the LLC, you believed that the outcome that you desired was possible first, or at least maybe even a little bit. Enough to the point that allowed you to take action on it or receive something that's in alignment with that belief. So I want to welcome you to the unlimited belief. Welcome. If you resonate with this video and you know that this is confirmation that you found your key, you already know what to do. Drop a star in the comment for me. Drop a star in the comments for me if this is for you.